guys, it's Tony Gattari here from Achievers Group with another passionate and extremely practical business video vitamin. Hey guys, we're talking about personality profiles. We're talking about how to emotionally seduce your prospects and customers for profit and loyalty. And I wanted to go to the third personality type, which is the first of the introverted types. Now, these are the people that are introverted and they're actually very, very people-orientated. Now, I call them doves. And I think doves are incredible creatures. They are incredibly caring. But their love language is security and risk reduction. Now, if you are not a dove and you're an eagle, for example, you might get really frustrated with a dove, but your role is to understand their personality and to apply the appropriate strategy to ensure that you can really get them to buy your product or service. So how would you do that on a dove? Well, I'll just give you a couple of tips. First thing is, they tend to make sure that you understand that they may not buy straight away. They tend to be people that like to make decisions over time because they feel that rushing to buy something would involve too much risk, and that is horrible for them. They might come in as a couple, or they might actually say, I need to speak to a committee about this, because really they don't want to lead, they just want to follow. So if you really are really good at this, some of the things that you need to explain to them is that if you have a product or service that is a market leader, that is in a clear #1 position, that is your best seller, that is a very attractive proposition to a dove, because a dove is not looking for innovation. It's actually looking for tradition. It's looking for what everyone else buys, because what everyone else buys must actually be good. I would strongly suggest you talk soft, be warm, be non-threatening to them. I would strongly suggest that you match and mirror their body language. I would strongly suggest that you actually get to know them and show genuine concern for their life and their interests. I would generally ask you to listen to them. Now, they tend to be the best listeners, but they will ask some questions that reduce security, that help them to get security, I mean. A couple of other things you need to know about them. They are really interested in long-term relationships. They are probably the most loyal of all customers you'll ever have. And I think what the other thing about them is that they are motivated by guarantees, because guarantees to them is, well, I can't lose because they're putting in a guarantee. So a guarantee strategy might be very, very effective. And the last thing about them is that once they buy a product, they have been known to go through post-purchase anxiety. They go home or they go whatever they've done and they freak out about what they've just done. Or they probably ring up other doves in their life, because flocks stay together, and they say, oh, what have you just done? What, you've just bought a house. How can you afford that? What happens, John, if you lose your job? One of the most important strategies is that once they've bought the product, reassure them that they've actually made the right decision. So guys, I hope that really helps you. A dove is well worth getting. They may take longer, but recognize one thing: they are the most loyal of all customers. And if you have enough doves, they will produce a fantastic foundation of business cash flow moving forwards. So until next time, guys, God bless you. Have an amazing week.